Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I am Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Where are we? We are on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University out here in beautiful Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We're on our way from Knoxville down here. We're going to do some work with Defenders and Disciples and then head on up to Nashville. So if you see us running around Nashville, come on by and say hi. Hey, California, we're going to talk again because no state takes a greater pounding than your state. And I got to admit that your Attorney General down there, he does have a concrete job because he can really take a pounding. This time it comes from perhaps California's craziest gun law of all, and that's saying something when we're talking about California. Is this indicative that they are about to take perhaps the biggest thrashing that they've ever taken in their entire legal existence? Well, we're going to talk about that for a few minutes. So today, let's spend a few minutes and let's talk about, is California about to take its biggest pounding yet? Okay, hey, before we get going too far down the road, we're going down. Let's talk for a second about your trust in federal government. I know how much y'all trust the ATF. Do you guys trust the FBI? Ooh, how about the Secret Service? Do you trust the Secret Service? How about the CDC? How about the FDA? Well, they can't be trusted because it's pretty obvious to anyone who's paying attention that many of these government agencies and government in general has been turned against the American people. And in tough times like this, that's why we all need to band together. I want you to start paying attention to the good folks and everything they're doing over there at Black Forest Supplements, because right now their product, NMN, is making a huge difference in millions of Americans' lives. I've been taking it for 5 months, and let me tell you, I am already noticing the difference. Now, here's the thing. The FDA, well, they want to regulate this. They want to turn this into a prescription medicine. Why is that? Well, because then they can make billions and billions of dollars by monopolizing it. Furthermore, of course, if NMN and its production of NAD plus really is backed up by the science, as was done here on this Harvard study, well, then we're just going to start aging more gracefully, which means they're not going to be able to prescribe those billions and billions of prescription pills into our later years. Listen, NMN is responsible for energy production in over 37 trillion cells in your body and will help you regulate your weight, your cholesterol, and your blood pressure. Listen, the folks at Black Forest Supplements are willing to fight like hell to make sure that NMN remains an over-the-counter product. Why don't you do yourself a favor? Start aging a little bit more gracefully, start aging a little bit more healthy. And right now, here's the best part. Because if you get there in the next 48 hours and you buy 2 supplements, you are going to get a third one free. For more information, just go ahead and scan that QR code right there, or better yet, visit my good friends at blackforestsupplements.com/gun. Okay, America, and especially California, again, coming to you from the campus of Middle Tennessee State University, we're talking about the case of Nguyen v. Bonta. This is one of the many challenges to one of many of California's crazy gun laws. This one is the law that says if you live in California, you can only exercise your Second Amendment right once every 30 days. That's right, there is a quota that you can only buy 1 handgun every 30 days. Now, as you recall, this was initially challenged at the district court level, and the district court ruled, in fact, that this law was unconstitutional. Okay, California crapped its pants on April 4th, requesting an emergency stay. Both parties briefed it. April 24th, the court grants an emergency stay. That order of the court, which means California's 1 gun a month policy, remains in effect. And then on August 14th, just a few days ago, there is oral arguments on the merit. Okay, now, we are not expecting a ruling for quite some time. We just had oral arguments on August 14th. However, the very next day, understanding that the order of the court had been stayed below, the very next day, the trial court lifts the stay, which means the finding of the district court is now in effect, California. Now, we'll get to a second as whether or not you're scot-free because you're in California and you're not. But I want you to understand first, what did the Ninth Circuit rule? And then, because they have lifted the stay, what was the ruling of the district court below? The order from the Ninth Circuit panel was just this simple. Before Owens, Bade, and 4 circuit judges, the order granting defendant's motion for a stay pending appeal is reversed. Okay, stay lifted, which means now we revert back to what the district court had ruled. And what had the district court ruled as it relates to California's one gun a month policy? The court declares that California Penal Code sections 27535 and 27540 and defendants' enforcement policies, practices, customs, and actions related to enforcement of California Penal Code sections 27535 and 27540 violate the right to keep and bear arms protected under the 2nd and 14th Amendments to the United States Constitution. The order of the court further stated, defendants Rob Bonta, in his official capacity as Attorney General of the State of California, and Allison Mendoza, in her official capacity as Director of the Bureau of Firearms, and their officers, agents, servants, employees, and attorneys, and all other persons in active concert or participation with them who received notice of this injunction, are hereby enjoined from enforcing California Penal Code sections 27535 and 27540 and from enforcing defendants' enforcement policies, practices, customs, and actions related to the enforcement of California Penal Code sections 27535 and 27540. Enforcement of this judgment is stayed for 30 days from its entry to facilitate an appeal. That appeal has occurred. That appeal has resulted in oral arguments taken on August 14th, but California, as of August 15th, the order from the district court is what's in play. California's one gun a month policy currently is dead. What does that mean, though? Well, what it likely means is that the full en banc panel of the Ninth Circuit is going to swoop in, suck it up like a big old Hoover vacuum cleaner, and start playing games like they have done with everything else. So California, are you out of the woods yet? No, you live in California. You're never out of the woods. But this is a huge win. Kudos to the plaintiffs' counsel on this. Fantastic work, especially whoever did oral argument. Kudos to you, because that was clearly some fantastic work. Listen, we're going to go ahead and link up the orders of the court down below so that you guys can geek out on it. Maybe you got questions about this or something else related to what's left of your Second Amendment rights. You guys should know how to get a hold of Washington gun law by now, but if you don't, that's okay. That information's down in the description box. If you got an idea for a video, go ahead and click on that link right there. If you just want to be part of our newsletter, all of the information for that is in the description box. And then finally, and most importantly, let's everyone remember that part of being the lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation, how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. From the beautiful campus of Middle Tennessee State University, thanks for watching. Stay safe.